question to see just how much you know about space. How many people here have seen the moon? Okay, everybody's seen the moon, right? You've seen the moon, haven't you?
I haven't. I haven't.
Yes, you have. You're just teasing me. You see it all the time. How about Venus? Has anyone ever seen Venus? Do you know what Venus looks like?
Yeah. It like has a ring.
That's Saturn. That's another planet, Saturn. But Venus looks like
oh, Jupiter. It's a gassy planet.
well,
Gas giant.
Well, that's Jupiter. But I see you children really know about your planets. Venus is
Mercury's the hottest planet.
What's the hottest planet?
Mercury.
Mercury. That's oh
Yes.
boy. I don't have. I got
the hardest.
Nice to know that you know all that. I could tell you about all the planets, but the reason I'm talking about Venus is because it looks like a star, and you see it occasionally during the year. It looks like a bright star.
Pluto isn't a planet.
Yeah.
Pluto is like
All right, we're gonna have questions. We're gonna have questions afterwards. Right now, we're gonna do a little bit of an introductory story telling here. Okay, so let me ask you another question. You know that at NASA we put a man on the moon. Neil Armstrong was his name. He was the first man on the moon. And how many?
60 years ago.
Pardon me?
60 years ago, maybe?
A long
60
time
years ago?
It was in 1969, so we have to do some calculation. Anyone calculate that? Tell me how many years ago that was? That's a long time ago.
That's almost, yeah.
Almost
55 years.
Almost 60 years ago.
55 years.
And so, how many men do you think actually did land on the moon?
A lot.
That's a good answer. How about a number? Can you quantify that number what a lot is? Is it
100?
2?
100's a good guess.
25?
25 is a better guess. It's a little bit less. It's less than 25.
How's that 12?
How much, Eden?
10.
10.
That's
really
even
close.
closer. Okay.
How about
A
Joshua?
little bit more.
What do you guess?
That's 12.
12. Someone said 12. So we have
Oh
good.
my gosh.
You win the prize. And prize is going to be some space food. Astronaut food.
We have some space food
That's some
for
astronaut
later.
food.
14.
Astronaut food.
Ooh.
So
Okay,
anyway,
so talk about your.
the reason that I was talking about Venus is because actually one of my projects was to send a spacecraft to Venus. We actually do two types of spacecraft. One that have men in them or people in them, not like in the moon. And then we also have the space station. Has anyone ever heard of the space station?
It's on the moon.
Oh, you all know a space station.
On the moon. It's actually on the moon.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a good guess, but it really isn't on the moon. It's actually it's orbits. Oh, I have a call here. Usually I don't take calls, but this might be an important one. Oh, yes. Oh, you think so? Okay, well, I actually have a group here to help us. We need to do a space countdown now. Will you help count down our lunch here? Okay, we'll starting now. Okay, 10,
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Blast off! It went off great, thanks. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Braden.
Thank you,
It
dolphins.
worked. The dolphins made it
Good
space.
job.
That's really good. That was really exciting. Okay, now the space station isn't on the moon. It's orbiting the Earth. It's about 300 miles high and it orbits. And you know,
Above the earth.
above the Earth, it's orbits sort of like the moon orbits the Earth, but the moon goes much higher. The moon is 250,000 miles, which is a quarter of a million miles. That's really far.
Maybe a space jet could go there.
But 300 well, we used to have space shuttles that take us up to the space station. Now, have any of you seen on television, they saw these astronauts there, and the astronauts are kind of floating around. You ever see that?
Stand up, show the astronauts.
Yeah, well, I don't
I
want to show
just
the
know
astronauts
that
right
they
now.
float.
But
Okay.
the reason that they float around, why do you think they float around?
Because there's no gravity.
Okay,
There's
so what's gravity?
no gravity. There's no gravity.
No gravity.
Well, let's see,
Whoa.
what's gravity? If I throw a ball up, what's going to happen to it?
It's gonna sink back down
Right.
because
Because
there's
of what?
gravity and it sucks into
Gravity.
the ground.
Earth has gravity.
What?
It always sucks
So
into
now,
the ground.
now the space astronauts, they're in orbit and there's gravity that's keeping them in orbit. Why are they floating? Well, here's the reason they float. Could I have that pop
Number
there?
2.
This one here.
Okay.
You see, so they have gravity like that, trying to pull them down like that ball. But they're going around. And you see how this paddle ball goes? We haven't tried this out yet, but okay.
Oh, it's a little bit long.
Oh.
It's a little longer than what?
I'm careful.
You
Whoa.
see that? See that's called centrifugal force. It's pulling the ball out. So what the astronauts are, they're going around in orbit and they're getting pulled out by centrifugal force, and there's also gravity. It just perfectly counterbalances. So they're pulled down, but they're getting pushed out. So pushed out exactly the same amount as they pulled in, and so they have zero gravity. They just float around. So that's why they float around. Now, we have an example of an astronaut here.
Okay, you want to stand up, Braden? You're the. This is Baba when he was little, younger than you guys.
Yeah, I was a baby.
He wanted to be an astronaut when he grew up, so there he is in his astronaut shirt. You've probably seen Braden wear this before.
Yeah, I was
This is Baba now in an astronaut suit.
yeah.
He's not an astronaut, but he knows astronauts.
But I also have
He works with
I
them.
also have
A
a
Buzz
toy.
Lightyear.
Look at that Buzz. And Buzz Lightyear, you know, from the Toy Story, you've all seen that movie, I'm sure,
Yeah.
at least once. And so, one of the